The subject of this video is parts cleaning brushes. All of them are not created equal. And I'm sure if any of you have worked around cars doing a lot of cleaning of parts, particularly engine-related parts that need some real fine cleaning, you've already learned that all the brushes aren't created equal. But what about when you get into really fine cleaning and you need a brush that is very fine and very narrow, can get into some really tight places? Now, when I start working on a new product or a new kit for our customers, something that they can fix themselves, a lot of times I will include certain brushes and certain plastic tools in the kit which will help them clean the parts successfully without creating any undue damage. And so is the case with this SLS leveling valve here. I've been overhauling 5 of these this past week, and I've learned once again that all cleaning brushes are not created equal. So when I come up with a kit and I include brushes and plastic tools and scrapers and things like this, I don't just throw stuff in there. I really get out there and test what's on the market to find what I think is the best little tool. And it's really frustrating to have something that you're trying to use to get a specific job done and it doesn't do the job. And so is the case with more than half the cleaning brushes that you see advertised out there. They don't get with the program in my book, and I'm going to show you why right now. Here you can see the valve I'm working on. 2 halves that I have to thoroughly clean. I've got some O-rings to remove. I've got some grooves I got to clean in. I got some tight cavities I have to clean out down in here. So my goal was to come up with a brush similar to this one that would have small bristles that you could actually get down in here and rotate it like that. See? You can see how that works. So, I first got these brushes, and then as I cleaned away on them, like this, look, this is what happens with so many brushes, and that's what I'm talking about. They lose their mojo. And so is the case with this type of brush here. You rake across it a few times like this, and pretty soon the bristles start bending over like this. And after using this brush 2 or 3 times, that's what you got right there. You have a brush that's all spread out, all bent over, and you're thinking, what a waste that was. It's maybe good for one use, but even then it didn't work that well. What if I get brass, see? Brass is going to be a little bit stiffer, and you're going to be surprised it's not, because with a brass brush like this, you can just push on it like that, and it's even worse. It bends over. You got to be careful sometimes with brass. You can use brass on the outside surfaces like this, and you start scrubbing away real hard, and pretty soon all the bristles are bent over, and after working on it a few times, you're right back to that other plastic brush I showed you. You've got bent bristles, no strength left in them, and you end up having to throw the brush away. Well, this is the brush I recently discovered, and I am really impressed with it. This is a gun cleaning brush. It has some really high quality nylon bristles. If you look here, when you roll them over, they snap back. Now watch as I go into this cavity and clean like this. See, when I bring this back out, the bristles are still straight. And when I scrub away on surfaces like this, let's take this other plate here and scrub away in these grooves, I can get right into that groove like this. And look, when I'm all done, the bristles are still straight. Now, I'm not saying that you can't damage these bristles with exorbitant stress here, but generally cleaning these type of parts with this brush, you can go through the cleaning of about 4 or 5 parts like this, and look, the bristles still stay straight. So this is the brush I've recently discovered, and now I'm including it in a lot of my kits now for cleaning parts like this SLS valve here. So you can clearly see now why I say not all brushes are created equal.